Hi all, I just thought I'd do a quick video on the alternative narrowboat. You've all seen narrowboats, you've all seen what they look like inside. This is my take. The idea being it's a bit more of a boat. Now this is only 40 foot long in total, but as you can tell there's a lot more space than there would be on any other boat. So let's have a look. Full-size kitchen, Stanley Aerial like an Arga there, full-size oven, and a wood burner. So what's the difference? Right, the reason this is different is because if we go back here you can see that unlike most boats it's not actually hemmed in, so you've not got all those stupid little compartments that prevent you from actually being able to live properly on the boat. Here, if you want to cook, you have the space to cook. You've got your preparation area, you have your living area, and then obviously you have your bed. Telly, of course. Now, why is this, you're probably thinking, well, what about the rest of it? Where's your bathroom? Well, this little compartment here holds the toilet. And as you can tell, it doesn't cut into the boat very much. And then the bath lives underneath the bed. So what happens is the bed can flip up right in line here, giving you space under the bed to walk. So there's a walkway there, the bath there, and then you can actually create a full-size bathroom by opening the toilet doors across the boat. So you've got a full-size bedroom or a full-size bathroom, and they don't cut into each other. Other things, storage is key. You've always got to be maximising any bit of storage you possibly can. So little things like drawers, where you can get them in, get access and get drawers fitted anywhere you can. Heating, you've got to make sure you've got as much of it as you can. So full-size radiator, full-size radiator, full-size radiator again, and then as well you've got to look at the availability of actually tables and stuff. So there we go, that's a bit of a piano, works quite well. Other issues you can have are that narrowboats tend to be cold from below the knees, so underneath here there's underfloor heating. Other things that make this work quite well, obviously this tiny little stove here isn't going to heat the whole boat. The idea is what it can do is it can be run off ash twigs that you can clip from the sides of the canal bank as you go by. The main unit heats up the boat and can cook and produce water, and then that, once it's warm in here, can be run and it keeps it up to temperature. Right, other stuff, I mean, we can go on to sort of the technical side. This is a diesel fired stove, so it's a pressure jet burner which can produce up to 40 kilowatt. And then to give me hot water, it's pumped straight from the back of that. It's pumped straight through a heat exchanger from a Gledhill unit, so pretty much free off eBay, 2 or 3 quid, through a TMV, temperature modulating valve or some such, whatever they call them, to make sure you get a consistent temperature, and then it goes out to the radiators. So what happens is you're actually getting the hot water first. Other little things, obviously this thing trying to heat the whole boat, it's not really going to do it. So what we've got from a caravan, you see this pipe here, this comes from a caravan. It's twin insulated air duct from a caravan, and it runs all the way down there, and then this little switch sends it out, fans it, blows the heat from the chamber at the top here, blows the heat down and across. Other things, you've got, obviously I run from an inverter, so this is an off-grid boat, so I don't have any power supply to it. I've got, I'll see if I can show you, I've got a couple of solar panels on the roof, two 80-watt panels. Doesn't sound like much by today's standards, but it's more than enough. Let me show you. There. By today's standards, that will be more than enough. And then we go to little baby, apologies for the light, little baby Sterling inverter there. Not too big, because the bigger they are, the more power they use, and the more your batteries get killed. By the way, you'll notice that that's quite high up. That's intentional, because if ever you do ship water, you want to keep your electrics as high as you possibly can. Other things always worth considering is that you can never get under the floor in boats, and that's where they tend to rust from. So that's why my tiling looks so crappy, because each one of these panels can be taken up to inspect the bilge. There isn't really much more to go through. You've obviously got to make sure you utilise bits of absolutely anything you can. So there's a little stained glass window turned into a door. And then the other thing is that should you ever decide that you're going to screw it up in a lock and end up hitting the sill, what I've done here is I've made sure that these doors they're 1.5 inches thick, and they're completely watertight, so that if I ship water on the front deck, it's not going to come through. Well, there we are, folks. That's my little home anyway.